Hello there, it's Oskar at the Virtual Factual. Turns out that people really enjoy it when I post a sparring video, and even more so if it involves a well-known HEMA person. Well, you're all in luck, because I happen to have a really cool one lying around. Just before we closed down for Christmas, I managed to film a longsword bout between me and my fellow instructor at HVN, Henric Jansen. Just like with the one a couple of weeks back, I'd like this video to not just be about the sparring, but also about fencing language and some concepts. Now, if you want to know a bit more about why and how I label certain fencing actions, feel free to check the previous video, which I've linked. And if you're here just for the sparring, feel free to skip ahead. Apart from the fencing language, I'd also like to highlight a couple of concepts that can be seen a lot in this particular sparring match. The first one of these concepts is the so-called Zeckrur, and this can be found in most of the common longsword classes. It's often translated as a tag hit, and it means that you make a very quick attack to the hands, after which you retreat out of range again. Interestingly, Michael from Victornauer posted in the HEMA Wild Theories and Alternative Facts group that the word Zekken can also be translated as skirmishing. Now this creates a very interesting dichotomy between Zekken and Krieg, where Zekken is skirmishing, so making attacks of opportunity against vulnerable targets, after which you again retreat before any sort of concerted response can be given, which translates to making very quick hits to shallow targets, after which you retreat out of range again. And on the other side we have the Krieg, or war, which means warfare in the field, two armies measuring their respective size and skill at arms against each other, which in fencing terms conforms to winding actions. Now, you will see Henric and me switching between Zekken and Krieg quite a lot in this particular bout. And that's something that happens if you have two fencers who are on a very similar level. It makes a lot of sense to try one particular approach and then switch to the other to see if you can then create an opening that you can exploit. And we do this quite a lot here. The second concept that you see a lot in this particular bout is das Sprechfenster. It literally translates as a speaking window, and Ulev explains this as presenting your blade and working with whatever input your opponent then gives you. So either a strike to the blade or directly to you. You see what input that is, and then you perform a corresponding action against that. The context for this is pretty difficult to really confirm, but I've always liked the following explanation. And that is that a Sprechfenster, a speaking window, is that little window or little door in a gate that you open to see who's at the gate, at which point you can decide to let those people in or not. And the Sprechfenster in fencing has a very similar function. You create some sort of window through which your opponent will try to speak to you as they try to enter your gate, and then based on what they say you can formulate a response to that. I use Sprechfenster quite a lot. I really like to see what people fence against that and then react accordingly. You'll see me doing this quite a lot in this particular bout. Anyway, enjoy the video, and if you do, don't forget to let me know in the comments, because that would really help me navigate YouTube's algorithm better. For the same reason, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. All these things will really help the channel grow, which will ultimately lead to more and better videos. And if you really want to make a difference, do have a look at Patreon. There's a lot of cool stuff there, in addition to simply supporting me in my work of creating more HEMA content. Anyway, let's roll the intro.